Hey, ready? Today we're continuing Telugu present tense, but in a super practical way. Not by memorizing big grammar charts that make your brain say, oh no, not today. We're doing this through common verb families you'll actually use. To eat, dinatum, dinatum, or more naturally, the working verb form tin, tin. To be or stay, undatum, undatum. To write, rayatam, rayatam. And to open, teravatam, teravatam. The big idea is simple. In everyday Telugu, you'll remember present tense faster if you learn useful chunks, whole mini patterns. So instead of trying to think, what is the grammar rule name? Just think, what do people actually say? Let's start with a very common one. Dinu, dinu, to eat. You'll hear forms like din danu, I eat or I will eat depending on context. At A1 level, just treat it as a very useful everyday present form. Listen, nenu ippudu tintanu, nenu ippudu tintanu. I eat now, or I'm eating now in simple everyday usage. How do you say I eat now in Telugu? Nenu ippudu tintanu. Nenu ippudu tintanu. Nice. Say it again with me. Nenu ippudu tintanu. Nenu ippudu tintanu. A tiny memory trick. For this family, you'll keep hearing dint. Tintanu, I eat. Tintavu, you eat. Tintam, we eat. That dint sound becomes your little anchor. So if I say, you eat now, that's nuvu ippudu tintavu. Nuvu ippudu tintavu. And we eat rice is manam annam tintam. Manam annam tintam. By the way, annam means cooked rice, and in Telugu it often also means a rice meal in general. Very useful word. If you know only one food word, honestly this is a strong one. Manam annam tintam. Manam annam tintam. Good. And if you want a super common daily sentence, try this. Nenu udayam idli tintanu. I eat idli in the morning. Or nenu ratri annam tintanu. I eat rice at night. Keep it real. Build sentences about your actual life. Now let's move to undatam. Undatam. To be, stay, exist. This one is everywhere. If Telugu had a VIP verb club, this one gets a gold membership. You'll hear untanu, untanu, I am or I stay. Untavu, untavu, you are. Untaru, untaru, he is. Untundi, untundi, she is or it is. Unnanu also exists in spoken Telugu for am, but today we'll stay focused on the practical pattern from your lesson, undanu style forms. So, nenu intlo untanu. Nenu intlo untanu. I am at home, or literally I stay at home. Intlo means in the house or at home. That lo often gives the sense of in. How do you say I am at home in Telugu? Nenu intlo untanu. Nenu intlo untanu. Great. What about you are here? Nuvu ikkada untavu? Nuvu ikkada untavu. Here is ikkada, ikkada. There is akkada, akkada. Easy pair. Ikkada, here. Akkada, there. They sound like cousins. How do you say you are here in Telugu? Nuvu ikkada untavu. Nuvu ikkada untavu. Nice. One quick thing. Telugu often drops pronouns in real speech when the meaning is clear. But at A1, keeping nenu, nuvu, manam can help you. Later, your ears will tell you when people drop them. Now the third verb family, rayatam, rayatam, to write. Super useful in modern life because you are always writing something. A message, a name, a number, homework, notes. The common present form is rastanu, rastanu, I write. See how rayatam becomes rastanu in this useful pattern. Don't overthink it. Just memorize the family sound. Rasta. Example. Nenu message rastanu. Nenu message rastanu. I write a message. And yes, message is just message. Totally natural. How do you say I write a message in Telugu? Nenu message rastanu. Nenu message rastanu. Perfect. Another one. Nuvu peru rastavu. Nuvu peru rastavu. You write the name. Peru means name. Handy word. How do you say you write the name in Telugu? Nuvu peru rastavu. Nuvu peru rastavu. Very good. Here's a little memory trick. For this family, think. Ayatam looks one way in the dictionary, but in your useful present chunk, it becomes rastanu, rastavu, rastam. So don't memorize the dictionary form alone. Memorize it with one real sentence. Nenu message rastanu. Boom. Instant usability. Now number 4. Teravadam. Teravadam. To open. Extremely practical. Open the door, open the book, open the app, open the window. In real life, this one gets a lot of action. A simple command is teruvu. Teruvu. Open. Very useful. For present tense statements, you'll often hear terustanu. Terustanu. I open. Let's start with the command because it's so common. Talupu teruvu. Talupu teruvu. Open the door. Talupu is door. How do you say open the door in Telugu? Talupu teruvu. Talupu teruvu. Good. And now a statement. Nenu kitiki terustanu. Nenu kitiki terustanu. I open the window. Kitiki means window. How do you say I open the window in Telugu? Nenu kitiki terustanu. Nenu kitiki terustanu. Nice work. Notice what we're doing. We're not grouping these verbs by technical endings. We're learning them as real-life families. Tinu gives you tintanu, tintavu, tintam. Undu gives you untanu, untavu, untundi. Rayu gives you rastanu, rastavu, rastam. Teruvu or teravatam gives you teruvu as a command and terustanu as a useful present statement. That is much easier to remember because your brain loves patterns with meaning. Let's make this more alive. I'll say it in English. You try to build it. How do you say I eat rice at home in Telugu? Nenu intlo annam tintanu. Nenu intlo annam tintanu. How do you say I write now in Telugu? Nenu ippudu rastanu. Nenu ippudu rastanu. How do you say we are here in Telugu? Manam ikkada untam. Manam ikkada untam. How do you say open the book in Telugu? Pustakam teruvu. Pustakam teruvu. Beautiful. Quick side note. Pustakam means book. Another everyday word. Also, when you're learning Telugu, English loan words are your friends. Message, doctor, bus, phone, ticket, coffee, all normal in speech. So don't freeze and think every single word must be super pure Telugu. Chill, speak naturally. Now let's connect these verbs into a tiny story. First, just listen to the whole story in Telugu. Nenu udayam intlo untanu. Taravata annam tintanu. Na friendku message rastanu. Atanu talupu terustadu. Taravata manam kalisi కూర్చుంటాం. Malli nenu oka note rastanu. Now let's go line by line. Nenu udayam intlo untanu. I am at home in the morning. Taravata annam tintanu. Then I eat rice. Na friendku message rastanu. I write a message to my friend. Atanu talupu terustadu. He opens the door. Taravata manam kalisi కూర్చుంటాం. Then we sit together. Malli nenu oka note rastano. Then I write a note again. Nice and simple, right? And you can hear the pattern repetition. Untano, tintano, rastano, terostado. This is exactly how fluency starts, not with giant theory, with repeated useful chunks. Now let's talk about a few common mistakes so you can avoid them early. First mistake, trying to translate word by word from English too rigidly. For example, you may want a separate word for am in every sentence, but Telugu often expresses the idea through the verb form itself. So just learn the chunk. Nenu intlo untano. Don't fight it. Second mistake, mixing up here and there. Ikkada is here. Akkada is there. If you mix them, you may tell someone you are there while you are actually here. Slightly magical, but not ideal. Third mistake, forgetting the useful sound change in the right family. The dictionary form is rayatam, but your practical present form is rastano, not something like rayatano. So memorize the family, not just the root alone. Fourth mistake, using a formal style too early. Since we want natural everyday Telugu, stick with friendly forms like nuvu for you in casual situations. That will help your listening too. Fifth mistake, learning verbs in isolation without a noun. Much better to learn mini pairs. Annam tintano, I eat rice. Intlo untano, I am at home. Message rastano, I write a message. Talupu teruvu, open the door. Kitiki terastano, I open the window. See, each one is instantly usable. Let's do a quick rapid round together. How do you say I eat now in Telugu? Nenu ippudu tintano. Nenu ippudu tintano. I am at home. Anedi Telugulo elam harnali. Nenu intlo untanu. Nenu intlo untanu. How do you say I write a message in Telugu? Nenu message rastano. Nenu message rastano. How do you say open the door in Telugu? Talupu teruvu. Talupu teruvu. How do you say we eat rice in Telugu? Manam annam tintam. Manam annam tintam. Excellent. If some of those still feel a little slippery, that is totally normal. Telugu gets easier when you repeat the same living patterns again and again. So here's your simple memory map for today. For eating, hear tint. Tintano, tintavu, tintam. For being or staying, hear unt. Untanu, untavu, untundi, untam. For writing, hear rast. Rastano, rastam. For opening, keep both handy. Teruvu for open and terustano for I open. And remember the real secret. Learn verbs with life around them. Not just eat, but eat rice. Not just write, but write a message. Not just open, but open the door. That is how your brain stores language faster. You're doing great. Seriously, even if you only remember 4 strong sentences from today, that's a win. Repeat them while walking, cooking, waiting, scrolling, anything. Little by little, Telugu starts sounding less like noise and more like something you can actually use. All right, one last time, nice and confidently. Nenu ippudu tintano. Nenu intlo untanu. Nenu message rastano. Talupu teruvu. Manam annam tintam. Super. Keep going, keep listening, keep speaking. Set avutundi.